Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. It is Friday, so you already know we are trading options. We're reviewing our plays from last week, and we are getting into next week's plays. So what do we have? Well, the account is pretty much flat for the day. We had some big downturns earlier in the day, and then we had some recoveries on some assets. For the week, we're down 1,200. For the month, we're down 7,985, which is mostly because of Tesla. For the 3 months, we are up 3,905. And then all 1 year or all time, same thing. We are up $12,200 or 19.74%. So we took a little bit of a hit. We were up big just a couple of weeks ago, up to 83,000, down 74,000. But as you know, this is just part of the game. We cannot control our assets, but we can control the options income we make. So that's what we do. We control, we can control. And as you see, 405, we did another 135. I'm doing it every single week this year at a minimum so that we get this sucker maxed out and we add to it. So we have $1,100 worth of buying power. We have some options on the table. We have a long-dated Mara put that we saw last week. We have a long-dated Amazon call that we rolled up and out from the 150 to the 155 that is looking, it's like right at the money at the 155 now, but we have plenty of time for that. And then we have the Mara puts, 3 of them at 14.5. These suckers are at 91.67%, so they are ready to buy back for a penny. And then we have the Tesla calls that are at a penny as well, and those are at 97 or 98%, so up $88 on those. So for the week, we had the 2 plays there, just over $100 of options income on those 2 alone. And it's time to let it rock. So Tesla's can, oh my gosh, man, this stock just can't keep, it just get destroyed. And down another $12 this week. We have 200 shares, so that's $2,400 for the month, down 18%. It's like a meme stock almost, or $47, which for me is around $8,000. But that's okay. It just is part of the journey. If you look at Tesla long term, I mean, this thing went as high as what, the 400s? Yeah, 407, as low lately as 122, 113-ish, roughly around there. And then back to 200. So we control, we can control. We like Tesla long term, and I like willing and dealing it. Unfortunately, it's far from my cost basis, but we cannot control that. So let's trade some options. First things first, let's buy to close these. So we're just going to come in. We're going to buy these 2 contracts. It's going to cost us $2. And we are out of those contracts. Should be nice. I'm not sure why that's not filling right away. Those should close pretty quick. And then we have Mara as well. Can't sell. Yeah, cool. So we're going to buy these back. Oh, let me go back because I got to put 3 in there. So we're going to buy 3 of those back. That's going to cost us $3. It's going to free up $4,300.50. And then we are completely uncovered on the Tesla, and we are out of the position on Mara. And then Tesla earnings is next week. The estimated EPS is 0.74. Estimated revenue is $25.74 billion, up from $23.35 billion last quarter, and it is on 124. So earnings is coming this week for Tesla. It is on Wednesday, and this is going to bring some volatility, right? So we're going to sell a call, and of course, our cost basis is, oh my gosh, it is just way up here. So with the cost basis being that high, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell close to the 0.1 delta, probably even a little bit higher, maybe something like this, the 240. It's a 0.08 delta. It gives it room to run, but if I get in the money, then I get in the money. It just is what it is. Let me see if I can get what the 68's saying. Low likelihood, yeah. So we're going to sell 2 of them. If I end up getting in the roll game, then I get in the roll game. I'm not really that worried about it. But this way, I at least give Tesla the opportunity to run a little bit. Tesla would be running from roughly the 212 all the way up to the 240, so that'd be a phenomenal week for the account. And we're going to collect $134. If Tesla stays the same, we still collect the 134. The cost base is around 250. I want to say 252. Yeah, 252 on this. I am looking to get rid of some shares, hopefully. So if it runs up, then we'll roll it up and out, or we'll sell some odd lots. I'm up to 208 of odd lots, but just like that, we collect income, and that's the awesome part, right? So we just collected $134 worth of income on our shares, and we have 5,600 available. You know exactly what stock I'm going for. My cost basis on Mara is 1402 in this account. So I'm going to trade options and I'm going to sell some puts, high volatility, but I'm fine picking up some more shares. And we're probably going to go with, let's go with the 13.5 here. It's going to pay us 18, and I think we could do, can we do 5 of them? That would be $90. 6,600. Oh, we have 5,600. I'm sorry. So we're going to do 4, and that's going to be $5,300. That'll pay us $72 roughly. Yeah, so $72, $71.88, and then the little bit of fees. And just like that, we just raised $200. I clicked five buttons maybe, and we just made $200. So that's what I love doing here. That is the power of trading options. That is how easy it is to make your money work for you. On the cash side, we made our money work for us. And on the call side, we made our money work for us as well. So we have calls out on Amazon. We have calls out on Tesla. We have puts out on Mara, both longer dated and not. And I'm okay getting assigned some Mara and doing some willing and dealing there. There's some nice money there. First things first, we just made $200. So we're going to come in here and we're going to buy 1 share of JEPI. And this is what I'm going to do every week. I'm going to take some of my options income and I'm going to buy stocks. So 1 share of JEPI, that adds to my forever. If we get assigned, fantastic. Or as we build these shares, we build up our passive income there, and that's what we're doing. So there's a share of JEPI there, and then I've got to add to this. I'm gonna keep adding to it. It is what it is. I'm gonna add 1 share. Do I even have enough? Yeah, I'm gonna buy 1 more share. I'm just gonna keep averaging down my position until I can will out of 100 of these at least. So 211. We average our cost probably down a tiny morsel. We're down to 252.27. It is heavily weighted in this portfolio, but overall, Tesla I trade, I don't know, maybe 20 to 30% in my overall portfolio. So I'm a little heavy right now, but sometimes that's just how it is when the stock's not performing the way you want it to. But yeah, so that's where we're at. In this account, the max I'll probably go to is 215, I think, in shares. But I want to average down a little bit so that I can get my cost basis closer. Hopefully we have good earnings and the stock absolutely skyrockets. The technical barriers of RSI are saying that this thing is absolutely beat down. So hopefully we can come back. Down 18% for a month is not ideal for this stock. And the performance is terrible year to date, down $37. So still good 1 year. Still good 5 year. Obviously in max it's up a truckload. So that's the trades on Tesla today. Amazon, we're still sitting on that. I think we're up like 40 some hundred on this one, 4,700 on Amazon. So we love that. JEPI, we're just going to keep adding to. The dividends are starting to stack up. If we come down here and we look at JEPQ's dividends, let me just show you this. We're going to do dividends. You can see, and we'll just do the Roth IRA. You can see here, $13, $13.87, $13.19. This was back when we had more shares, $44, $45, $34. So we want to build that back up, and that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to keep taking some premium, throwing it into JEPQ, throwing it into Tesla, throwing it into some other stocks, and hopefully build up positions. As you know, we have some of the bags for the crypto run. We have a little bit of Mara, a little bit of Riot, a little bit of CleanSpark, and a little bit of HODL, which is the Bitcoin ETF, and a little bit of BITB as well, which are Bitcoin ETFs. I'm probably going to ditch the Bitcoin ETFs. I just wanted to see how they are. But for me, I just hold Bitcoin and I mine Bitcoin with my S19 J Pros. So I'm probably going to ditch those and just use that cash. But for now, I'm just leaving them. Those are just my small Bitcoin plays in the actual Roth IRA. And then TQQQ, if it ever comes back down, we'll get back into that. But for the most part, QQQ is just going through the freaking roof. Look at this year to date, up 17.36, 4.30%. So eventually we want to get into QQQ. It's going to take a while. This thing's just on an absolute ripper. So that's the QQQ. That's a future play for us. But the cool part is every time I contribute to this account, I get a little bit more buying power. I can buy a couple more stocks. And one thing that I like to do is I like to look at my stocks like I do my real estate, right? These are the shares I own. I own these shares, and every single week these shares collect me rent. Whether I do weeklies or bi-weeklies or monthlies, they're collecting me rent, right? So that's something I like to look at. You just saw Tesla collect some rent for me. JEPQ collects rent in forms of dividend. and then Amazon collects rent for me in forms of covered calls as well. So I've been willing and dealing Amazon for over a year now, and that one's been a fun one. Sometimes it gets in the money, but we just roll it up and out and we get out of there. Sometimes it just costs us a little bit of time. So that's the update for the account. Still up 20% all time. Not bad. I'm not unhappy about that at all. I would like to get this account flipped around, but I need Tesla to behave in order to do that. And then we'll de-risk a little bit from Tesla. But for now, I believe the stock will come back. If it doesn't, then, I'll bite the bullet and just keep averaging down until it does. But I think long-term it's good play. And like I said in a couple of my last videos, I got like 40 years before I can use any of this money anyway. So time is on my side. But that's where we're at. Those are the moves for this week. Thank you, everybody, as always, for tuning in each and every single week. I appreciate the support. Do not forget to drop the like. Help us small YouTubers out. I know it seems like a dumb thing, but it really does help with the videos and picking up a little bit of steam on the YouTube algorithm side. So thanks, everybody. Happy investing, and we will catch you next time.